Good morning, guys. As usual, TVC has a finger on the pulse. And if it's trending, we are definitely talking about it. In our first story today, a major crackdown is shaking up the pharmaceutical black market in Lagos, as the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control has sealed more than 3,000 shops at the Idumota Open Drug Market in just 1 week. Now, in a statement on X, NAFDAC revealed that shocking discoveries were made during the raid. I'm talking about vaccines stored in cramped, unsanitary conditions, medicines that were years past their expiration dates, and even more alarming, officials found large consignments of banned, dangerous and addictive drugs, including things like analgesic injections, HIV antiretroviral medications, and various illicit, addictive and expired drugs that were being prepared for illegal repackaging and redistribution. This is very scary, and the intervention of NAFDAC is timely. NAFDAC put this statement out. They said, in the first week of enforcement, we screened and sealed over 3,000 shops within the Idumota Open Drug Market in Lagos. I'd love to take some social commentary on this. Even just this morning, a few shops in Aba were raided and cleared out. Olukbelumi tweeted, as long as NAFDAC officers will not sell the confiscated items back to those generational murderers, we will be good. Farm Heyday tweeted, great work, but again, it's not just about shutting them. These guys have financial resources to bounce back. There should be specifications on what a standard wholesale outlet should be by NAFDAC. We have to take this process past just shutting down these shops and see what happens to the consignments and the people afterwards. Wisdom says, how can somebody who is sick still be bothered and afraid of fake drugs at the same time? These guys do a lot of disservice to society, all in the name of making money. NAFDAC should go harder on them. And finally, Sam Meyaki tweeted, a solid reminder that integrity still exists in Nigeria. Not everyone is for sale. Kudos to NAFDAC for standing firm. Just last week, the NDLEA published a report that says that over 14 million Nigerians are actively addicted to drugs, and they say that this number is still climbing. And so it's good to see that they stopped the consignment of these illegal drugs, and it's good to see that NDLEA and NAFDAC are working together. In our next story, very sad, Abdulrahman Bello, a 29-year-old Islamic teacher that was arrested over the weekend for the alleged murder of Yetunde Lawal, a final-year student at Kwara State College of Education, has denied any wrongdoing. He claims that he is a victim of circumstance. In a viral video, Bello can be seen insisting that he had no hand in Lawal's death, stating that she was his girlfriend and passed away from an asthma attack. On returning home, he found her dead and proceeded to dismember her body and place her parts into several bowls. Now, according to reports, the two connected on Facebook, and on February 10th, he invited her to his house through a phone call, and then she was reported missing the very next day after she failed to return home. Of course, social media is rightly ablaze with questions and opinions. Let's take a look. Very sad. Sunday says, this is a serious issue, and it raises questions about safety and trust online. We need to be vigilant about who we interact with on social media. Truly be safe out there, guys. Osage had this to say. He says, Southwestern governors need to declare a state of emergency on ritualism. It's becoming one too many. May God rest her soul. Same Sunday says, this is a serious issue, and it raises questions about safety and trust online. Now, we see this trend with serial killers. We saw this in the case of Timileyin Ajayi, who will, engage in these gruesome murders and then come out to say, she is my girlfriend, she is my wife, we were involved. Does that make this crime any more allowable or any more okay, the fact that she is your partner? We're also seeing a trend in these murders that these people who are killing are closely tied to religion. I mean, mean, Timileyin Ajayi himself was a gospel singer, and this current man is a Muslim cleric. What is this? Are they using faith as a disguise? These are the questions that we need to ask ourselves. And if she did die from an asthma attack, why was his first inclination on finding her body to chop it up and put it into bowls? It's not making sense. There is a demand and a supply clearly for these body parts. And we need to dig deeper into this, and these syndicates need to be revealed. Ibrahim and Veronica, it's so sad that I have to report on these stories. 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I did this story on Timileyin Ajayi, and now we're talking about the death of another young, bright life. A penny for your thoughts.
That's right. It's so sad that on a Monday like this, we have to, talk about this issue. But these are burning issues. Those ones that we found on the pages of newspapers, we have to report on TV. It's so sad that we have to, come here again and talk about this. This person, just like you put the question up, fine, if she died in your house, why do you have to dismember the body? What moral justification do you have? And you also claim to be an Islamic cleric whatsoever. Whatever it is that you've done, you've gone against even the tenets of the Quran, because the Quran says if you preserve a soul, it's as if you've saved the entire mankind. And if you kill a soul, it's as if you've destroyed or killed entire nation. And, according to another verse, it also says that such person that kills people intentionally, they are doomed, condemned to hell. It's really, really sad. And that of criminal code for Nigeria, according to the constitution, that person must be put to death, after trial. So I do not want to say much more than that, but it's so sad.
It's unfortunate that we are seeing an increase in cases of femicide. It's just been one too many. And so on the path of the female, they should be careful who they speak with on social media. We are not saying don't relate with anybody, but going to people's houses unaccompanied for someone you do not know, I don't think is ideal, knowing that there is a rising case of femicide. I can only wish that she rests in peace and her family, are comforted at this time. And then for NDLEA, kudos to them for the work they are doing, discovering these people who are, doing this business of fake drugs and all of it. It's high time we really get to the root of the matter and bring these people to justice. To the women who are watching, please be safe out there. It's clear that our lives are at stake. May her soul rest in perfect peace.